The Story of the Blue Book by R.S. Yeoman. Part 2. Walking Through the Pages. From Colonial Coppers to Modern Quarters. The collector, freshly awakened to the idea that coins are fragments of history, leans further into the Blue Book's pages. It is here that the guide takes on the role of a museum curator, carefully leading the reader through centuries of American coinage. Each section is like entering a new gallery, with cases of coins arranged not by accident but with purpose, showing the evolution of a nation's identity and economy. The Colonial Room. The journey begins with the colonial coppers and early American issues. The Blue Book reminds its reader that long before the United States Mint struck its first official coins in 1793, Americans were already improvising with their own money. Coins from Europe circulated freely: Spanish pieces of 8, British halfpennies, Dutch ducats, and yet local authorities saw the need for their own tokens of exchange. Among these are the famed pine tree shillings, struck in Massachusetts in the mid-1600s. They look crude by modern standards, their designs often irregular and hand-hammered, but they tell a story of independence and resilience. A collector holding one sees more than a coin. They see a community declaring that it would not be limited by shortages of foreign money. The Blue Book's price charts here are fascinating. Even worn colonial coppers hold significant value, reflecting both rarity and the demand of collectors eager to own a tangible piece of pre-revolutionary America. For the new collector, this section serves as a doorway to a world few ever touch, the fragile bridge between colonies and country. The early federal issues turning the pages, the collector enters the young republic. The half-cents and large cents of the 1790s greet them first. Oversized copper pieces that carried tremendous weight in the daily lives of early Americans. Imagine a farmer's hands, calloused and dirt-stained, dropping one of these coppers on a wooden tavern counter to pay for a meal. Then come the silver issues: half-dimes, dimes, quarters, half-dollars, and the grand silver dollars. The Blue Book places them neatly into order, date by date, mintmark by mintmark, with columns showing the varying prices depending on condition. The collector quickly sees that not all dates are equal. Some coins are common in numismatic terms, others are keys, linchpins to completing a set, their scarcity driving up prices. The 1804 silver dollar, for instance, is legendary, almost mythical. Few will ever own one, but the Blue Book ensures every collector knows its place in the pantheon. Gold enters the picture too: quarter eagles, half eagles, eagles, and double eagles. Holding even one is like cradling sunlight hardened into metal. Prices for these coins in the Blue Book can rise into the thousands, depending on rarity and grade, reminding the collector that gold has always been both treasure and currency, commemoratives, and the stories they tell. As the pages turn, the collector encounters commemorative coins, special issues created to mark significant events or anniversaries. Each one carries not just artistic beauty, but also a slice of history. The 1892 Columbian Exposition, half-dollar, celebrates the 400th anniversary of Columbus's voyage. The 1926 sesquicentennial half-dollar recalls America's 150th birthday. The Blue Book ties these issues to their historical moments, while its pricing tables remind the reader that rarity and condition still rule the market. For the collector, these coins offer more than financial value. They are miniature monuments, stories captured in silver. Tokens and necessities. One of the most charming surprises of the Blue Book is its coverage of tokens and necessity pieces. During the Civil War, when coins vanished from circulation due to hoarding, private individuals and businesses struck their own tokens to keep commerce alive. Imagine a grocer in 1863 issuing brass tokens redeemable in his store, stamped with patriotic motifs or slogans like, "The Union must and shall be preserved." To today's collector, these tokens are time capsules, reflections of both economic struggle and national pride. The Blue Book lists them with the same seriousness as federal coinage, showing that in numismatics, even unofficial issues have stories to tell. The expansion of mintmarks. As the collector journeys deeper, the Blue Book introduces a crucial detail: mintmarks. Coins of the United States were not all struck in Philadelphia. Branch mints, New Orleans, San Francisco, Denver, and others, spread across the nation as the country grew. A single letter, like S for San Francisco or D for Denver, transforms a coin from ordinary to extraordinary. The Blue Book's tables meticulously account for these differences, guiding collectors to look closely at the tiny letters that can make a massive difference in value. For our beginner, this is a revelation. That silver quarter in the inherited box. Was it struck in Philadelphia, or does it bear the coveted CC of Carson City? A magnifying glass and the Blue Book together unlock secrets hiding in plain sight. Modern circulating issues. Eventually, the collector arrives in the present. Presidential dollars, state quarters, national park quarters, and the most recent mint products. Some may dismiss modern coins as too new, too common, but the Blue Book treats them with equal respect. After all, today's pocket change is tomorrow's history. The State Quarters program, launched in 1999, is already a nostalgic memory for many who remember collecting them from circulation. The presidential dollars honor leaders from Washington onward, while national park quarters celebrate the country's natural heritage. The Blue Book shows their current market value. Modest for most, higher for certain minting errors or low mintage issues. For the beginner, it is both a reminder and an invitation. Collecting is not confined to the past. It is alive in the coins we spend today. Bullion and the rise of modern collecting. Finally, the Blue Book leads the collector into the realm of bullion coins. American eagles in gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. These coins, tied directly to the value of their precious metal content, are both investments and collectibles. Here, the prices fluctuate more visibly, responding to global markets. The Blue Book's 2025 edition captures these changes, giving up-to-date figures that reflect not just collector demand, but the heartbeat of world economics. A guide that grows with the collector. By the time the collector closes this section of the Blue Book, their perspective has changed. What began as curiosity over an inherited box has become a full immersion into America's coinage story. From colonial coppers to modern bullion, the book has offered not just values but context, teaching them to see coins as living history. The Blue Book has walked them patiently through centuries, offering charts, photographs, and notes along the way, like a wise mentor guiding a pupil. And as the collector begins to see patterns, mint marks, dates, grades, they realize something profound. This journey has only just begun.